Good morning. Welcome back to Hiking with Kathleen. Today, I'm taking the Woodland Trail on my way from our campsite in Arrowhead Provincial Park down to Arrowhead Lake. I want to see the mist rising off the lake, given that this morning's temperature is about 3 degrees Celsius, feeling like 0. It's perfect. It's crisp, it's cool, keeps the bugs down, and the fact that it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. I'm going to bring you to Stubbs Falls later today. Oh my God, stick around for that. Hope you join me. So you may have wondered why I knew that there'd be mist coming off the water. And it's because a couple of nights ago, Shannon and I were down here having a look at the sunset, and we saw somebody swimming in the water. So we knew the water was still nice and warm. And besides that, we've been out here kayaking. So the water's warm. It's losing its heat to the cold air. And I don't know what the temperature of the water is, say 18 degrees, 17 degrees. And if the air temperature is 3 degrees, it's losing its heat, which creates this really beautiful, mystical, misty effect. Came out with some extra clothing today, a couple of extra layers. So I have some gloves and a nice warm vest. And I actually have a thermal base layer undershirt type thing. So I'm nice and toasty. This is awesome, beautiful. We've got sunshine. This is the place to be in the fall. I'm going to take a hike now along that trail. And it was the one that I walked along when it was drizzling. Haven't been out there yet, so it was a couple of days ago. So I'm going to take a look and try my luck today and see how far I get. So last night there was a frost advisory, and I can see that it materialized. So this is the footbridge I was hoping to get to 2 days ago when I was doing the same hiking trail. And it looks like it's a bit of a new build, new railings on it. So we'll have a chance to see this. Oh, this is cool. Nice. New railings and a beautiful view. Ooh, all frosty. Oh, this makes me want to get in the kayak. Not now, but when it warms up a little bit. Yeah, Shannon and I had a inflatable kayak, but we were kind of driven back because there's an active beaver colony, and there were some chewed branches that we were afraid might wreak havoc with the heavy-duty rubber of the inflatable kayak. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to get these folding kayaks. So it's just a heavy-duty plastic and therefore puncture resistant, plus small footprint when trying to put them in the truck. So anyway, yeah, we'll have a look. The thing that I'm enjoying most about my hike this morning is the peaceful nature of it and not crossing paths with any other camper or staff member for that matter. It's just really quiet out here. Brilliant sunshine. Cool reflections off the water, off the frost. I hope you're enjoying it as well. I'm having a little look through at Mayflower Lake. This is up at the front end of the park, near the park gate office. A peaceful little lake. After I finished touring Lumley Campground, trying to find my way out of it, yeah, I didn't have a map. But fortunately, this park's small enough you can do that here. I did know I was in the vicinity of Mayflower Lake, and so now I'm up by the park office and having a really beautiful view of Mayflower Lake. The trail around it is about 2 kilometers long, whereas the trail that's around Arrowhead Lake is just a little over 5 kilometers all the way around. And that's one that I started on this morning. This trail, you can feel like you're absolutely on your own. In fact, when I was on the other trail, which kind of led me to the trail that went around Lumley Campground and Mayflower Lake, I only ran into one family, a mother, father, and a young daughter. I think the great thing when parents take children out on a nature walk is it helps to, I think, instill those values of appreciation for nature. So I'm always happy to see people with their kids walking along the trails. Now, if I'm trying to video animals, I probably am heading the other way. But I think that's a great start in life, is to be exposed to the natural environment and learn to appreciate it from a young age. So I've mentioned before that it's wise to travel with a map. So what I did is I just got the Arrowhead Park tabloid. So I was taking the Arrowhead Lake Trail. And then there's a point where I veered off and went through Lumley Campground because I knew I was over at Mayflower Lake. So I'm just down here at Arrowhead Lake, and I am on the opposite shore to the one that I have taken you on many, many times, where I go to the beach, and it's not too far from our campsite. So we're just looking across Arrowhead Lake. You see how nice and small it is. But boy, it does have quite the wind on it this morning. Not like earlier when I showed you it with the mist. So we're gonna go on our hike of Stubbs Falls. We have a couple of friends, Linda and Dee, that'll be joining us. So we're gonna team up and head along this trail. So I'm here hiking this trail, not with Shannon. She's back at the camp at Arrowhead Provincial Park. So I'm here with Stephen, my cousin. He and I did some hiking around Algonquin last year. Yeah, so Shannon and I had a chance to look at this map when we were traveling the Mizzy Trail last year. And I think we just misinterpreted either our abilities or the ability of the map to give us proper record keeping, because we didn't think it was going to take us 6 hours. And it looks like we are probably, well, actually, it looks like we're about 20% of the way through. And my cousin Stephen and I have been traveling for about an hour and 20 minutes at this point. So, that's okay. We knew this would be our day-long activity. Well, we've been enjoying a pretty rugged hiking trail here. I kind of knew what I was getting into because Shannon and I had done this last year. And it is really difficult. So anyway, we're keeping pace with when we think we will probably finish this trail in a 6-hour time span. But we're enjoying pausing from time to time and looking at the beautiful scenery that these openings present us with. So I hope you're enjoying that as well. Walk right by. So we ran into a couple of other people, and I guess everybody's checking their All Trails app, including my cousin Stephen. So I guess we're looking at, I don't know, maybe about another 7 minutes. It's funny because on this trail there was a time where we could hear the road, and it sounds like you're close to the parking lot until you don't hear the road anymore. So it was a matter of deking back into the woods. So anyway, it's interesting how this trail meanders around, and we are sufficiently exercised and fatigued now. So anyway, we'll be finishing this up shortly. Okay, I can hear them. I can hear the cars and the sounds of traffic. So I know we're not too far away from the parking lot. I'll do a time check with you then. Yep, getting closer. Okay, we made it. Steven's already back at his car, so anyway, that was a nice jaunt through the woods. Okay, I will give you the stats later. So I'm just finishing off my day at Algonquin Park here at T Lake Dam. It's a place where I could just listen to the sound of the water rushing by. So as for the hike today that I went on with Steven, it was something that took us from about 20 to 9, and we wrapped up at about 1:30, quarter to 2. I guess it was quarter to 2, because during the tail end of our hike, he was making a reservation for us at the Arrowhead Pines restaurant. It's part of a resort that is in a beautiful setting. So I got a nice full belly. We had a great lunch there. And we parted ways for today, and we're actually going to do a little bit of activity together tomorrow in Arrowhead Provincial Park. So I just wanted to finish off and let you know what a great day we had. It was just a day trip here to Algonquin, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the stats. There's about 23,000 steps that Steven and I walked along the Mizzy Lake Trail. So anyway, it was a great hike. It was rugged, just as rugged as I remember it with Shannon. On the brochure it says it takes about 6 hours to do, so you figure he and I did it in about 4.5 hours, and yeah, it was taxing, but it was really nice to have a nice lunch afterwards. So you're catching us at the end of a day where we have spent almost the full day in the town of Huntsville, which isn't too far away from here. And part of what we were doing in the town of Huntsville
Be careful with that word.
is we were celebrating Shannon's birthday. So her birthday took place today. We went out for a really wonderful meal. Where did we end up going?
We went to the Marigold for Indian cuisine. So good.
Yeah. And we have dinner plans lined up for tomorrow as well, so we'll go back into town, which is 10 minutes from here. So anyway, the other thing that maybe not everyone has a chance to do on their birthday, we did laundry. We brought our laundry into town, and everything is hanging up inside our trailer right now. So we're sitting outside with the heat cranked right up, and it's been raining on and off today. So that's fine. We're sitting outside, and it's not raining right now, but the dripping from the rain from earlier is falling off the branches, and so we're just huddled under here. Miley's very happy we're home because now she has a chance to get outside and sniff all of the scents that she's missed all day long. So anyway, we're glad to have you here with us. We're just sort of settling in for an evening.
What do you want?
She likes to be out in the tent, but she also really likes having company. And we have been known from time to time to go into her tent to keep her company. Right now, I think she's going to have to feel satisfied that we're in the vicinity of the tent. So anyway, all right. Have yourself a good night. We'll be back tomorrow.